Yes, guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for match week 22 of the 2020-21 Premier League season. Now, this is going to be a very interesting match week because we have a lot of games that are coming up thick and fast. Tottenham-Chelsea is definitely one of the standout fixtures, but for me, it's the Battle of the Clarets at Villa Park. I would say it's Aston Villa against West Ham. But let's have a quick look at how everyone did in match week 21. I did not have a very good week. I only had 5 points. No one perfect score. That was Chelsea to beat Burnley by 2-0. But it was a pretty average week. In all honesty, the top scorer in the comments though was Reese Woods, and Reese Woods managed to get 10 points. So very well done to Reese for that one. Most of the scores, to be fair, there were a lot of 3s, there were a lot of 4s, and there were a lot of 5s. A couple of 8s in there as well. So yeah, it was a bit of a difficult week, and a few difficult results to definitely predict for sure. So, starting things off with match week 22, we have Sheffield United against West Brom. What a game this is! This is 20th place versus 19th in the Premier League, and it has to be said that Sheffield United will go into this game thinking that they could potentially win this game. So the last 5 between the sides resulted in 3 wins to West Brom, 1 draw and 1 win to Sheffield United. Last result was a 2-1 win to West Brom, but this would have been in the Championship previously. But what you can say about Sheffield United, it has been a very good week. Yes, they may have lost to Manchester City, but winning against Manchester United has given them that confidence that they can actually get out of this rut for sure. I have to say, I thought they were fantastic against Manchester City. Very unlucky to lose 1-0. Had a couple of chances as well. John Fleck had one that just went wide, and that was a very, very close thing for Sheffield United. And Sheffield United are very, very hard to break down, and that is one thing that they are very good at. Is that they are a very hard team to break down. So they come up against the West Brom side, who had a bit of a topsy-turvy game against Fulham, has to be said. 1-0 down, and then Kyle Bartley gets the equaliser. And then Matheus Pereira scores with the second one, and then Fulham equalise. So, one thing you can say, though, that was West Brom's first game that they actually managed to score a goal at home. So that was good under Sam Allardyce. But this is a big game. This is a very, very big game. This is another 6-pointer. If you thought West Brom Fulham was a 6-pointer, this is a 6-pointer. So, who am I going to go for in this game to win? I'm actually going to go for the home side. I think the confidence that Sheffield United have had after beating Manchester United and after going to the Etihad and only losing 1-0, I am going to go for Sheffield United to get a home win. Sheffield United 1, West Brom 0. I think Sheffield United will win this game and just move themselves closer to West Brom. So we'll see what happens in that one. But I'm going to go for a Sheffield United 1, West Brom 0 in this one. And now we have Wolves against Arsenal. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 2 wins to Wolves, 2 draws and 1 win to Arsenal. The last result was a 2-0 win to Arsenal. Wolves, yeah. Badly missing Raul Jimenez. I think I've said this a couple of times. To be 14th in the Premier League, or is it 13th? I think they may have moved up a place because of maybe goal difference, etc. But it's not been a good season for Wolves. They definitely need to improve. I don't think they're in any danger of being relegated. I think people are saying that. I think I've seen loads of people say that they could be, going down. Potentially, going down, but in all honesty, I can't see Wolves going down. In all honesty, I really can't. Nuno's got a very good squad there. I'm sure they'll start winning games very, very soon, but they are in a bit of a rut, it has to be said. So they need to get out of that rut for sure. Arsenal 0-0 draw with Manchester United. What you can say, they were very close to winning that game. A couple of efforts. Pepe passed the post, really unlucky. Lacazette hit the bar as well. Yeah, it was a very good performance from Arsenal and a good draw as well. And Arsenal fans will be very happy at the fact that they've taken 4 points from Manchester United this season as well. So haven't conceded a goal either. So that was a very good draw for Arsenal. I think Arsenal will go to Wolves and win this one. I think it'll be a away win for the Gunners. I'm going to go for the same scoreline as last season. I think this game was in June. I think it was either June or July that we saw Arsenal beat Wolves by 2-0. I'm going to go for the same result. Wolves 0, Arsenal 2. I'm going to go for in this one. And a very big game at Old Trafford. It is Manchester United against Southampton. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 2 wins to United and 3 draws. The last result was a 2-2 draw between the sides. Well, Manchester United, what can I say? They probably should have won. They had a good amount of chances. Cavani had a couple of chances. Fernandes had a couple of chances. And you know what? Manchester United, it's a draw. They are in a little bit of a dip. I think they may be having their little dip. I mean, Manchester City haven't had their dip yet. So maybe Manchester United are having a wee dip right now. Liverpool have had their dip. So it does come. It does come with teams like that. But yeah, Manchester United, I mean, I have to say, yet again, more racial abuse on social media, this time towards Marcus Rashford. Honestly, like, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how you can racially abuse a player who has done so much for the community, so much for Manchester United as a whole, absolutely ridiculous. So really poor from those so-called fans, you'd have to say. Southampton coming off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Aston Villa, but my goodness me, they were robbed. They were robbed. I'm sorry, but how can you not give a penalty for Matty Cash? Handball. What is handball? What isn't? That's another thing. And the Danny Ings offside goal that looked like basically if Matty Cash had like a big bottom, he would be playing onside. Look, VAR was meant to come in and change clear and obvious mistakes. How on earth have they managed to get that line down to Danny Ings' arm? It reminds me of Roberto Firmino at Aston Villa last season. He was ruled offside because of his armpit. Danny Ings has just been ruled offside because of his armpit as well. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's not the technology that's the problem. It's the referees that are running it. So Southampton were definitely robbed. I think because of that result, I think Southampton will go to Old Trafford, make it very, very difficult for Manchester United. And I'm actually going to go for Southampton to get something from Old Trafford. I think it'll be a draw in this one. Manchester United 1, Southampton 1. I'm going to go for in this one. And now we have Newcastle United against Crystal Palace, two sides that were on the end of wins in the last game week. Last 5 between the sides resulted in 2 wins to Newcastle, 2 wins to Palace, and 1 draw. The last result was a 1-0 win to Newcastle United. Newcastle United, that is a lot more like it, isn't it? 2-0 win away at Everton. Fantastic performance it was as well. Callum Wilson getting both goals. It was a brilliant performance from them. And you have to say that they deserve to win. They deserve to win. Yes, people will say, Graham Jones came in, but it's not all about them. It was about the players on the pitch for sure. But I have to say, Newcastle were fantastic against Everton, and it goes to show it's another good performance from Newcastle. So they just need to get more wins, and Steve Bruce, that result might have saved him his job. So, yeah, we'll see what happens for sure. Crystal Palace, they're coming off the back of a 1-0 win over Wolves. Eze again. This guy's been very, very good. As people say, Eze likes Sunday morning. Yes, yeah, I know that was bad. But Palace fans will be having something to cheer about. But I just think the way that Newcastle United have had this run recently, Are they going to go on a winning run? I've just got a feeling they will win this one. I'm going to go for them to beat Palace in this one. Newcastle United 1, Crystal Palace 0. I'm going to go for in this one. And now we have Burnley against Manchester City. Last 5 between the sides resulted in, unsurprisingly, 5 wins to the Citizens. The last result was a 4-1 win to Manchester City. Burnley losing 2-0 to Chelsea. Their wee mini win run is over, but they've got a tough run coming up for sure. So doesn't define your season against Chelsea, doesn't define your season against the Uniteds, the Cities of this kind. It is always going to be about the teams that are in and around you. So I think Burnley will be fine. The only thing I can say about that one is, though, Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes both came off injured yesterday against Chelsea, so that is a bit of a worry for sure. So I would say definitely that Burnley have got a chance to get something out of this game, but really difficult one to call this one. Manchester City 1-0 win over Sheffield United. I reckon they might rest some players in this game because they do go to Anfield on Sunday, and that is a big game in terms of the title, in terms of what will happen through the end of the season. So I think they will go to Burnley. I still think they'll be too strong anyway. Burnley 0, Manchester City 2. I'm going to go for in this one. And now we have Fulham against Leicester City. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 3 wins to Fulham, 1 draw and 1 win to Leicester. The last result was a 1-1 draw. Fulham, they will feel that they should have had that game absolutely out of sight in the first half. They absolutely dominated West Brom. Really unlucky not to get the win. Very good performances from Ademola Lookman, from Mitrovic as well. Fulham, I would expect them to get maybe one or two in the deadline, but we'll see what happens. Leicester City 3-1 defeat to Leeds United. Yeah, Leicester's good run is over. It was a very, very interesting game because, to be honest, for the first sort of 5-10 minutes, Leicester City actually dominated that game, allowed Leeds to come back into it, and Leeds got the 3-1 win. So very, very good performance from Leeds United. Leicester City will want to bounce back for sure. Will they get someone in the transfer deadline day? Who knows? There is talk that they might be trying to get a striker. There is talk they might be getting Ainsley Maitland-Niles. We just have to wait and see. For sure. So I am going to go for a 2-1 win to Leicester City. Won't be an easy game. Fulham always make it difficult for you at Craven Cottage, so we'll see what happens. And now we have Leeds United against Everton in this one. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to Leeds, 1 draw and 3 wins to Everton. The last result was a 1-1 draw. Leeds United, a very good performance against Leicester City, as I've just said. Bamford, Harrison looked very, very good for sure. Great performance. Stuart Dallas getting a goal as well. He was just playing in the sort of the midfield. He's usually a left back, centre back, but he seems to have thrived in that new role for sure this season. But it's a good win for Leeds United because they were in a bit of a bad run, you'd have to say, but it's a very, very good win for Leeds United. Everton, a 2-0 defeat to Newcastle. Yeah, that was not a good performance. Not a good performance from Everton, so they have to definitely improve. But will they go to Elland Road and get the victory? This is a very tough one to call. But I'm going to go for Leeds United to do the double over Everton. Leeds United won 1-0 earlier in the season at Goodison Park. So I'm going to go for them to win this one at Elland Road. Leeds United 2, Everton 1. I'm going to go for. And now the battle of the two teams that play in Claret. It is Aston Villa against West Ham. Last 5 between the sides have done 3 draws and 2 wins to West Ham. Last result was a 0-0 draw between the sides. Aston Villa getting a very good away win at Southampton. Ross Barkley on the score sheet. Jack Grealish again proven to be one of the players of the season, you'd have to say. Amount of assists he gets, it's not as much about the goals that he scores, but it's more about the overall play. And Jack Grealish has been fantastic this season. He really, really has. He's been Aston Villa's main man, really. I know Ollie Watkins has been scoring goals, but you look at that Aston Villa team and they've got very, very good players all around the team. So I've been very impressed with Aston Villa this season. Very, very impressed as well. And their fans will definitely be wanting to look at maybe Europe this season for sure. West Ham, well, the winning run has come to an end, but you have to say Liverpool were fantastic against West Ham. It was only in that first half where West Ham managed to deal with the Liverpool counter for sure. But Craig Dawson getting the consolation goal as well. But again, that doesn't define West Ham's season. It's the games in and around them, but they have had a fantastic run and they're on for a top 10 finish for absolute sure, for sure. So we'll see what happens in this one. I'm going to go for an Aston Villa win. I don't think it'll be a very pretty game. I think it'll be a very close one. Aston Villa 1, West Ham 0. I'm going to go for in this one. And now we have Liverpool against Brighton. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 4 wins to Liverpool and 1 draw. Last result was a 2-1 win to Liverpool. That was more like it yesterday. Absolutely fantastic second half performance, at least from Liverpool. Mohamed Salah has now scored 20 plus goals in 4 seasons at Liverpool, and he's got 90 Premier League goals in 143 appearances. He's just fantastic, and to be fair, Curtis Jones did actually change the game yesterday when he came on. Really, really fantastic performance from him as well. Yeah, I was very, very impressed. Liverpool are getting a centre back. They're getting Ben Davies from Preston, but there is talk there could be another one coming in potentially. So who knows? But the one thing I will say though is it was a very good performance from Liverpool, so they can go into the Brighton game, probably rest a few players, and maybe go into this looking like they could win this game. But Brighton have got their second victory over Tottenham, 1-0 win over Tottenham. Trossard with the only goal, but you have to say, Brighton, for all the attacking play that Spurs had, I thought Brighton were absolutely fantastic in that game, and this is going to be a very tricky game. I'm actually going to go for a Liverpool win, but I don't think it's going to be as comfortable as the West Ham game. I'm going to go Liverpool 2, Brighton 0. I think it'll be a very, very close affair, but I think Liverpool will be too much for Brighton in the end. Liverpool 2, Brighton 0. And one of the other games of the week is Tottenham against Chelsea. Mourinho versus Tuchel for sure. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to Chelsea, 1 win to Spurs, and 1 draw. Last result was a 2-0 win to Chelsea. Tottenham, that was a shocking performance. Absolutely shocking performance against Brighton. Where do you start? I mean, they are missing Harry Kane, you have to say, but losing to Brighton, losing to Liverpool, it's not been a very good run so far for Tottenham, and this Chelsea side under Tuchel are doing very, very well. I know it was only his second home game in charge, but you could see the ideas that he was getting across, and Marcus Alonso as well, and Cesar Azpilicueta scoring the goals. So it's not about the strikers, it's not about the misfiring Timo Werner, it's all about the fullbacks seem to be scoring the Chelsea goals right now. I'm going to say a Chelsea win. I'm going to say Chelsea will pile the misery onto Tottenham. Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. I'm going to go for. So that is it. That is match week 22 done and dusted. As I've said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Reese Woods, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I am going to go through my predictions very, very quickly as well. Sheffield United 1, West Brom 0. Wolves 0, Arsenal 2. Manchester United 1, Southampton 1. Newcastle United 1, Crystal Palace 0. Burnley 0, Manchester City 2. Fulham 1, Leicester City 2. Leeds United 2, Everton 1, Aston Villa 1, West Ham 0, Liverpool 2, Brighton 0, and Tottenham 0, Chelsea 1. So that is it. That is match week 22 done and dusted. As I have said, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And yeah, some good games this week. Obviously the Battle of the Clarets at Villa Park, Tottenham Chelsea, Liverpool Brighton, Manchester United Southampton, Leeds United Everton. Some very, very good games at the top and the bottom of the Premier League, and we will see what happens in these games for sure. But until then, it is goodbye from me. If you do like this content, please hit that subscribe button, smash the like on this video as well. And the one thing I will say is I will have the new the updated league table in the next video. I will do that later on as well. So I haven't forgotten. I know it's the 1st of February. I know it's deadline day, but I will have the updated league table in the next video for you guys to go and look at, and it should be very, very interesting as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now. Enjoy your midweek Premier League games. All these games on BT Sport, so enjoy. See you later. Bye bye.